Hasbro PulseCon 2024 had some amazing reveals, and the loyal subjects picked up some iconic 1980s licenses. We are here to chat about it with you right now on Toy Habits Live.
And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat.
Hey everyone, so sorry for the delay. Welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael. And she is the Toy Sorceress. I don't know if she's frozen or not. Sorry, we've been having some technical difficulties, y'all. Let's see. Oh, is she back? Is she coming back? I see movement, but you're muted. All right. I think we're still having technical difficulties. But anyway, welcome, y'all. Welcome to Toy Habits. So happy to be with everyone today. Hopefully everybody had a blast who could tune into Hasbro PulseCon today. You know, we tuned into the Joe panel, and I was listening in on a lot of the other panels, and it's just a cool, fun event. You know, hopefully the Toy Sorceress will join us. She might have to reboot her computer again, but she is frozen, but she has a really nice smile on her face, and there she goes. All right. Oh my gosh, Steve. Hasbro hackers taking the stream down. Yeah, that's totally hilarious. But hey, we love being here with all of you. And so while the Toy Sorceress is getting herself sorted out, let's go through the chat and see who is here. We got Damien. I don't think it's here, but he's going to watch it on replay. But yeah, I saw him on the Hasbro Pulse stream. We got Stanley's Toy Channel, Frankie Rivera, Right Hand of Skeletor, Robert Alessandrini, Joshua Robbins, Carnage 717, Mint with Card, Rizzo 182, the Baroness of Toys is in the house. We have Joel Coleman. Yes, it is Toy Habits time, and Joe, I think, had coined that phrase, if I'm not mistaken. We have Daniel Heron with a $2 super chat right off the bat. Thank you so much, Daniel, with a huge yo-jo. We got Clint is in the house. We have Ryan Cole, Justin Mohan, Brennan Barnes. Ryan Cole gifting 20 Toy Habits memberships to 20 random people in the chat. Super cool of you, Ryan. So amazing of you to do this for us. So thank you again. Very awesome. We have Toy Hole himself, Hal Jordan. PulseCon was about as exciting to have to sit through the Acolyte. Some of it was good, some of it was not so great. We got Dave Chanelli in the house. I think I've said Clint Jorgensen, Frankie Rivera. Let's see, did I say Steve? My short-term memory is horrible, so I'm probably going to just call everyone out again. All right, let me see who else I have not said hello to. We have Rob 2023 in the house, and I think that might. Oh, Jedi Bean. We were saying we were exchanging pleasantries on the Hasbro Pulse stream today, so that's awesome. We got Big M in the house. We have local boy, Attaboy in the house. What's happening, man? I haven't been out to the Alameda Antique Fair in a bit, so I have not been able to see you. We got Brian King, Scotty, and I think that is it. Vexen Toys is just sneaking in. All right, so the Toy Sorceress is still working on her issues, so all good. So we can say hello to our lovely crew who is also in the house today. And yes, without your support, this wouldn't be very much fun at all. It would just be us talking to ourselves. So yes, the toy sorceress is busy casting internet spells. That's what she does because she is the toy sorceress. But who in the chat was able to tune into Hasbro PulseCon today and just, we got the hot take from Hal Jordan. What did everybody else think about Hasbro PulseCon? Actually, really liked that the G.I. Joe team kicked everything off because it was nice to start off with a property that we love. But they had some amazing reveals, and also I don't really get to see a lot from the other properties because we don't really cover them very much, but we'll actually be talking about some of them today. A little bit of Star Wars, a lot of G.I. Joe, a little bit of Transformers. Yes, Rob 2023 Transformers. And what else do we got? Oh, and Marvel Legends too. The Toy Sorceress had some really fun times with some of the reveals today. All right. Let's see. We got Ryan Cole tuned in, kind of bored after Joe's, and tuned out. Yeah, I pretty much was just doing that. Just kind of really heavy into the Joe stream, and then I kind of just was half listening because I had to get back to work and actually get some stuff done today. Let's see. Jedi Ben. I felt like G.I. Joe rushed through and didn't really show much. Yes, they even rushed through so much that they forgot to show their digital render reveals, which there was only 2, which I was expecting more from a PulseCon event. But they only had 20 minutes to show off everything. And yeah, it was definitely really rushed. And, but, they only have the time allotted that they have. And, for these PulseCon events, I wish they would do them a little bit longer because they do go in rapid fire. So it seems like PulseCon it's a bigger event than their normal stream. And so they should be revealing more product across all of their products and maybe taking a little bit more time. But that's my take on it. So Carnage 717, watch Joe, but they could have cut some of the other stuff short to give the Joe team more time. I agree with that 100%. Like, video game is cool showing that off and, showing some other stuff from the other properties, but people are really here to see mostly the toys and collectibles that they have to show off in these live streams. So, yeah, that's definitely something. Mint with card, they could have skipped the Star Wars section and get another Luke and Leia. Yeah, I'm surprised with how many Luke and Leias the Star Wars team is pumping out because it's so funny. Right when either a Luke, Leia, or some other repaint that they need to do comes on the screen, I immediately go to the chat and just look at the comments floating in, and it's kind of funny because everybody's like, another one, or they either love them or hate them. So anyway, let's see. Toy Habits, why are Hasbro prices out of control? No freaking clue. I mean, I'm guessing like inflation, one of them, but yeah, I mean, if toy prices keep going the way they are, nobody's going to have any money to spend on anything from PulseCon or anything in the future. So anyway, when we see Road Pig riding Riet Pig, I have no idea. All right. Who else tuned in? Let's see. Just Joe's and all right. So Black Boy, Toy Joy, Just Joe's and Legends. Not a lot of reveals, I suppose, with SDCC and other events so close together. That is also very true. They revealed a wave basically, and then gave us a couple. They gave us a couple digital render reveals for figures that were announced. He's back. Here she stays.
Okay, someone got a sledgehammer in the house because I'm gonna take it to my PC in a second. I swear to God. Hi, everybody. I'm finally on. You guys didn't get to see my little meltdown I was having in the background. So sorry, Michael. How are you doing? Let's
Oh,
let's
I'm
go
good.
back in our Wayne's World time machine.
I know.
And start over again.
I'm good. I'm good. Friday was good. Didn't have a ton of meetings, but had a lot of work to do. So like the PulseCon was a nice break from all of that. What about you?
I was fine up until about a few minutes ago. But you know what? It is Friday the 13th.
That's true. That is true. Yes.
So I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I want to apologize for being kicked out, and I know my screen's probably ultra choppy. My PC is literally.
Oops, looks like she might be toast again. I don't know if I'm gonna do this one solo or if we want to reschedule till maybe sometime during the weekend. Oh, I heard the sigh. That came through.
Yes. Because you didn't hear other things. I'm totally kidding. I have nothing else open on my computer, just this one web window. So I don't understand why my system's having a meltdown right now. So let's just try and get through this. Let's go ahead and say hi to the crew.
I've done all that already.
We had an awesome fall stream.
And we've said hi to the crew already.
Okay. You did it all. Okay, well, let's dive into the news. And guess where I'm heading tomorrow morning? To Best Buy to go get a new computer because I'm done with this thing. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So yeah, we had so basically while you were trying to fiddle with your machine, was just asking folks in the chat if they tuned into PulseCon and kind of got their general thoughts about it. What did you think about it?
Awesome. It was a little bit boring.
All right. I'm not sure this is going to work tonight. And I feel like Scotty Z70 has summed it up pretty nicely on this Friday the 13th. Did a black cat
Probably no, I tuned into the joke. Okay, let's try that again. I tuned into the Joe panel. I didn't really pay attention to the rest of it. You know what? Not only is my computer having a meltdown, but Hasbro's system had a meltdown as well. I know a lot of you out there today, including myself, could not check out for like half an hour. Did you have that problem, Michael? Their system had some kind of meltdown when I was trying to purchase everything during that 1 hour of the premium members, because I saw a lot of people in our Discord texting and saying that they were having a system problem, and also the Baroness of Toys was having the same issue as I was. So maybe there's some kind of weird juju in the air for computers today. I don't know.
I didn't have a problem. I just pre-ordered one thing and that went through pretty easily. So that was good.
Okay. Yeah, if you did it in the first few minutes, it was working fine, but I would say 20 minutes in, I went back because the Baroness alerted me of these awesome Marvel's Secret Wars figures, and I was like, ooh, cool. So I went back onto Hasbro Pulse to try and buy them, and that's when the system started having problems. And then I saw our amazing crew, and sorry for them too. They were texting furiously, and they were all having issues with their computers. So it's one of those days, but I am going to go rectify this tomorrow. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in to what was revealed at PulseCon.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we'll kick things off with GI Joe, since that seems to be what everybody was probably going to see Hasbro PulseCon for anyway. So we had a nice array of figures represented through years 85, 86, and 1990 that were revealed today in plastic form, plus a couple digital renders that they actually forgot to show on the stream, which was kind of funny. Like they were moving so fast that they forgot.
See, they had technical difficulty too. It's the Friday the 13th curse, right? Then the Baroness is saying it right there.
Yes, totally is. But let's kick it off with the digital render. So we got a glimpse at the digital render of Heavy Duty. And it's funny because we got some leaked images of Heavy Duty's head sculpts maybe about a month ago or so. So we knew he's coming, and dang, that loadout looks unreal. That's a guy who can take on Metalhead.
That's huge. Is he? Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm assuming this is going to be a deluxe package figure. I love like the backwards hat look on him. That's really cool, and I like that it's sculpted his head, so you don't have to worry about like his cap coming off.
Yeah, or just like
he said, "Duty." Where's the little flop emojis?
The poop emoji. It's the chocolate ice cream emojis. Come on. Yeah. He does
exactly. It's chocolate ice cream, everybody.
Yeah, he does. He really looks heavy duty. I love the deco on his pants, but the whole and the gold what is it, like a Brahma? It's like a Brahma bull like chain that the Rock would wear or something like that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. They've been actually really improving their camo design in the last few like waves of figures. I think they're starting to kind of hone in on what camo should look like.
Yeah, but dang, this Hal Jordan, the green missiles are killing me. Yeah, it's a nod to the vintage figure, so I think they had to throw that in there. But I wanted to show the kind of vintage figure loadout with the kind of updated like mechanized suit that he's going to be wearing, and so like I actually think they did a really good job with kind of translating that apparatus, which Heavy Duty like wore around as junk back in the day. Like I wouldn't want.
It's kind of like phallic, right? Like that image.
I was like, he needs to wear like a titanium full metal cup if he's gonna
like
be...
that piece is apparatus is coming up. Oh yeah.
But it's kind of cool.
I've never noticed that before.
You know what? It's funny. I didn't either until I started putting this together, and I was like, "All right, there's some problems with the vintage design here." So
yeah, it's kind of like. Have you ever heard of that transforming Punisher action figure that has like a big like pistol that comes out of a certain lower midsection area, and then he got banned because people were so offended.
Oh geez.
By it. This looks extremely similar if you use your imagination. Yeah,
that's awesome. But yeah, it's cool because it looks like he's got like joysticks to manipulate everything, and those green nipples that can plug into the sides there. So I think it looks pretty cool.
Captain Ammo Pants.
I love it.
You got something else in his pants.
Yes. But I was excited to see this translation from the name only reveal at Comic-Con. So I kind of dig this, and it'll be fun to like put him and Metalhead together.
Yeah, that's pretty dang cool.
Yeah, and then we also got
coaster seat with upgrades.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that's so funny with the thing that comes down. Actually, the thing that I'm worried about here is
right.
It's like, is this gonna like fit over his chest and just not like be like a bib? like a mech bib.
Yeah. Hopefully they test all that out and make sure it fits right, because he's a big chunky guy. So
Yeah, he's a big chunky dude. It looks like they have some tolerance and some cutout for his shoulders and stuff, but hopefully it looks good all cinched in. Then we finally got to see what Law and Order looks like. So it's kind of like Mutton Junkyard with an alternate head sculpt for the dog and not a head sculpt for the figure.
Yeah. That's always the way, right? But he looks great. I really love how Order looks. Like, it's super cute.
Yeah.
I love the face with, you know, his tongue sticking out. Totally adorable. They do such a good job with the animal companions. And of course, Law looks very classic.
Yeah.
So you know, kudos in that. And I love that he comes with a pair of handcuffs.
I like that. Yeah, we need more cuffs in the line, because you know, it's not a lot of Cobra soldiers get killed in the animated series, so they have to get cuffed and sent to jail.
Exactly. I was going to ask if we were going to have some off-color Zorana comment from Daniel, but I don't see him in the chat, unless I missed him from before.
No, I'm surprised that when he did his super chat, he didn't make a Zorana comment. So he must be tired from the day.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, they do the animals really well, and yes, that is a must-have dog show. That is. But yeah, he looks great. I was expecting them to have more digital render reveals, because you know, usually, well, I guess these are the deluxe assortment, so I guess we'll see what other figures come in a 4 standard wave at some other point.
They're probably gonna hold them for another, you know, a couple weeks or something. Just throw them on social media when we're all not paying attention, and then we're gonna have to scramble and write about them.
While we're working, it's like, why can't they do this stuff on the weekends? Come on.
I know. But that's
yeah. So those were the digital render reveals. They were posted on Hasbro Pulse. So yeah, they're looking good, and glad to see them kind of moving down the line with their name only reveals. Hal was really hoping to see Globulus or Pythona, so kind of leaning into the Cobra Law. So maybe they'll save those for future exclusives. Who knows?
I had to do a Mega J Cobra. La, 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 la.
And I watched the movie over again, and I was like, did they really say that? Yes, they did.
They're really weird. I'm not into the Cobra Law, actually. Like, that's just the one part. It was like one bridge too far for me.
Yeah, totally. Shannon can't wait for Spearhead and Max. I can't either, because I think Spearhead and Max is also a Night Force figure, so we can get him twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the digital render reveals that finally made it into plastic form. We have Leatherneck, and man, Leatherneck, they did a really good job on this guy.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, mustaches rule today.
Yeah,
because we got Kyle Tone and Leatherneck, like, stashes all over the place. And you know, I guess they made him look like a tough football coach or something like that. But he looks great, and I love the 5 o'clock shadow that they included in the face paint apps, and he looks really classic. And again, totally hitting it with their classic camo in the pants. That looks great. The color is perfect. It's so vintage feeling, like really a wonderful homage to that vintage figure. The only thing it's missing to me is, didn't the vintage figure of Leatherneck, is that the one that has like a little bit of like the leaf camo on his head? Or no, that is not. I'm getting him confused. So okay. Never mind.
That's all good.
It's not Leatherneck.
It's all good.
It's the other guy. I'm tired.
Good. That's all. No, it's been a long day, been a long week. It's all good. Get to see some official images. The stash, like there's a lot of force in the stash. It's super thick. It reflects the light really, really well. The glasses are a nice addition to Leatherneck just to give him a different look. And it's cool that you can take his hat off. You couldn't do that with the vintage figure.
Oh, I know.
Gosh, so embarrassed. Is that Mike Ditka?
That's what he was looking
like. Jedi Ben Footloose had the leaf camouflage.
Footloose. That's who I was thinking about. Oh, their faces are so similar, and they're both in green camo.
Stash.
Yeah, two stash guys, and I don't know why I always like in my mind I mix up Footloose and Leatherneck. So there you go.
It's all good. Some cool dio shots just showing just different views of Leatherneck and what you can do with him. I can never get my figures to pose like this. Like, do they have some like really bendy figures?
Yeah.
Here I'm like, I can never get a figure to do any of this. I can get him to hold the knife. That's pretty much it. Anything else though.
Yeah, I mean and like it's also like the lower angle that they're taking the pictures of to kind of get like that attitude and the pose, and then getting their feet to kind of stay up on, I guess, some like accessories or some other stuff that's happening in the background that kind of helps, and they do an incredible job at making these photos. I hope that he has sunglasses that stay on really well, because I'm still like traumatized by Buzzer's sunglasses, because every time I look at them, they like pop off his face and they fall on the floor.
Just don't look at him.
I don't want to touch him on my shelf, because he's always his sunglasses are like imploding off his face.
Need wires and putty to get them posed like totally. It's like don't look at your figures. They're going to take a nosedive. Just don't look. All right. Next one up is another really cool, very iconic character, Dial Tone. And love the way they translated his backpack. And they actually gave his backpack some color and some function, which was really neat.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can like pull the back open, and he's got that little like keyboard that reveals like his little communication console. It's awesome. They did such a great job. Love his stash also. Like he looks great.
They kind of went with more of the not the pencil thin mustache, but more less like thick. But
a little bit more sculpted style.
He's very well groomed.
He is. He's very well put together. He comes with a cell phone as well, which is really cool. And then that little electric ear, I guess, the listening device, which looks like kind of the gun with the radar on it.
Yeah.
So wonderful job. They did a wonderful job on him.
Yeah, it's definitely the season of the stash.
It's stash season.
Yeah, it's funny. Like these two, Leatherneck and Dial Tone, you could totally see these as future retro carded figures too.
Absolutely, and that is why the colors are like tweaked a little darker and not like super vintagey bright. So for all of those people who complained about Stalker and his like grayish green camo that we had to live with for so long, me being one of them, I ate all my own words, because now we're getting a retro version in that proper green vintage color. So these guys, and they're not even like that, like off their color. They're just slightly a little darkened, so that they have somewhere to go when they do a retro card for them, which is fine. And they look great as they are. So I'm happy about that.
And like with Dial Tone's backpack apparatus too, you could totally recast that in white and color, right?
And then there you go. There's like its classic version. So easily done.
Yes, wanted to plus in Justin Mohan's comment. I love your show. It's always so much fun. It's off topic, but the show brings me so much joy. It's always on topic to say stuff like that, because it brings us so much joy to talk about this stuff with you guys.
That is awesome. And I feel so bad all the time. Like, when I have technical difficulties, as we did today, which were really bad, it makes me feel bad that you guys have to suffer through it. So I am going to take care of that.
I had to suffer me by myself.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I was panicking, because I was like, oh my God. He's like alone on, like on a desert island or something.
Yeah, that's not, so probably everybody can tell that's not my strong suit. Just FYI.
I know.
Thanks. But you're
Yep.
actually you're good now. So
Yeah.
looks like everything's settled down.
Exactly. It got over
Yeah.
its history.
Yeah. Shannon, yeah, I wish they would give us figure stands too. Yeah, like they save the figure stands for the retro carded figures, but it would be nice to have something packed in with these figures because they always are falling down and it's like dominoes.
Absolutely. I buy these like clear ones from Amazon because they all kind of match. But like even those, like the pegs, like they always tend to kind of come off their feet, but they're not too bad. So
yeah.
But they do make, you can buy aftermarket figure stands for the classified food.
That's true, but we shouldn't have to.
We shouldn't have to. And for as much as we're paying for these days.
That's true. prices ain't getting any cheaper. But
here's skyrocketed in just a couple years. And it's like every year it's like tack on another couple dollars. We just have to get used to it.
Right. Another cool shots with dial tone in there, and I love they actually have some cool rain effects that they did for this one. With a nice explosion.
Oh my god, rain and fire! Like they're just going all out with like the natural elements. Rob, your mom is a crack up, so please tell her hello. And Rob's mom says, if your system acts up again, kick it. It's a laptop, so I can smack it.
Yeah, you tell her, Dorothy. Come on.
Yeah, Dorothy. You want to come beat it up for me because it's getting the boot.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think I've tried the NECA stands at Target, and yes, they work okay. They don't work great. I think my problem with NECA is they're just too big. They're too round. Yeah, their diameter is very, very large. They have a lot of girth or whatever that is.
The ones I get from Amazon are actually like narrower than the retro stands. They're the same kind of like rectangular length, but they're not as like deep. So they're actually really good to like, they don't take up a lot of room on the shelf. They're basically taking the space of like where the legs would occupy. So, check those out if you're interested. We can throw a link on later. Watching from Brazil. That is awesome. Love from
Ramos team.
Ramos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taro's team. I can't speak right now. Hi, good to see you guys. Love you guys too. They are awesome. They are totally awesome.
Yes, they are. All right. Next up, we have the family is complete now with Zandar.
Oh my god, I was so looking forward to this version. I could definitely see Zandar being recarded for a retro version. Why? Because his shirt is a drab blue. It's not the bright color that we're used to. There you can see that there's paint app changes on here that they can easily make them like the retro version. Like I think this one especially they toned down. And so mark my words, we should be getting a retro card on that guy.
Oh, totally. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this while we're on live, or just take a picture of my phone and send it to Silver K.
Girth is good for other things, just not figure stands.
Yeah, I'm like, I knew somebody would pick that up. Like if Silver K was watching and not in the chat, maybe, but no. Midwest Card was definitely trying to channel. Yeah, I love what they did with Zandar. Sometimes we don't need a direct translation from the vintage figure to classified series design, and so I think it's funny they use the word they blinged him up and totally with all the gold and the gold chains, and I don't know, it looks good, but where did these scavengers get? I get maybe they steal the gold and melt it down and make all this cool stuff. I don't know.
I mean, I guess they gotta do something with the stuff that they're pillaging. Duran Zandar.
Please tell me now. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what member of Duran, but probably the outfit.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the gold chain on his jeans and the little skull heads on his gold skull heads on his shoulders. He looks really good. They did an awesome job. I couldn't wait for Zandar, so that's going to be awesome to get to complete fam.
They steal the gold from the teeth of their enemies. Yes, It's gotta hurt. Yes, Clint. Yes, they do get paid really good money for what they do. What is it? Tomax and Zaymot pay them probably really well. Extensive enterprises.
There's a lot of money in that company.
Allison Troy flipped in the Retro Toy Princess greeting. Here's a reminder that Gem is excitement. Yes, looking forward to Gem. Man, the well subjects really hit the jackpot.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, these shots look really, really good. You can clearly see the tattoos and all the detail, and even all the gold. And like one of his boots even has like claws on it and stuff. It's really,
oh my god, that's so cool. His left boot.
A lot of stuff into this figure. They said that they had dressed him up, which is fine. Like we always don't need naked dreadnoughts, which is good.
Fall is coming. He's in his fall outfit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but man, his abs are like he's really ripped. I mean, you can kind of see that in just the section above his belt, like they're really, really pronounced.
Yeah, he's been hitting the gym.
He's been lifting all of his.
He just ordered a new Nautilus machine or something. I don't know.
I know, right? One really cool thing that you see in the Dio shots, because his scarf is off, is his scar on his neck, which is really, really neat. I love that the knife is pointing to that scar, and it just kind of gives Zandar, just a really.
Is that scar, or is it like the war paint that continues down on his neck?
It's a scar. So yeah, that war paint goes over it, and yeah. It's just,
okay. I can't see it from here. So
it's a raised scar, so it looks really neat. It's not just like cut in his, or just like drawn in.
Yeah, I can't see it. I'm not wearing my glasses.
Piece. Really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Some more rain shots.
They had fun. Like, I wonder if they had some kind of little like rain machine going. That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hal Jordan said yes. The vest does come off, and there's deco sculpt. So
yeah, I think he has some like tattoos and stuff underneath his vest. They mentioned.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a birthmark, like Drew Freeze. That Barrett? I don't know.
Very cool.
Sweet. All right. Last up with the Joe figure reveals of Saw Viper. When I first saw the Saw Viper digital render, not super impressed with it. It was a pretty basic figure when it came out in the 90s, but I think they did a good job just differentiating a lot of the purples on him, just to kind of give him a little bit of depth in the figure.
Yeah. He looks good. This is the one figure in the wave that I didn't order.
Yeah, it's the army builder, so you got to order like 20 of them.
That's why I didn't order one, because I'm like, I don't want to go down that road. So
yeah, you don't want to go down the road army building classified series figures. It's hard.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I didn't really order anything. Maybe one or two from the last wave. I've been trying to cherry pick, but this wave was really good, so I said to myself, I'm not going to order everything in the wave from now on. But I did order 3 of the figures, so 3 out of the 4.
Oh, that's good.
Actually 4 of them, because we had Starduster, because that was
that's great. Oops, I totally didn't include Starduster in here, but I think we've seen him before in other streams. But anyway, that's cool. Let's see. I will. I'm only going to get. So I pre-ordered Zandar. Starduster. I'm gonna get Zandar, and then I'm gonna wait for the retro carded dial tone and leather.
That's a good idea. I am not gonna wait. I'm gonna buy them, enjoy them for a year and a half or whatever, or a year. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get the retro carded ones, and then when they announce the retro carded ones, I'll sell off the others. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
And I don't care if I lose a few bucks, but at least I get to enjoy the figure for a while.
That's true. Oh my gosh, I think I had the same thought, Ryan. It's like Juggernaut meets Cyclops. It's like a melding of 2 X-Men characters into one. But yeah, I mean, these shots kind of give you the different purples that they were talking about in the stream today, which is nice. I like the deeper purple. It kind of goes with the Techno Viper.
Yeah, It really does. Evil grimace. You know what they did is they reused a bunch of parts on this guy
Yeah.
from oh my god,
Was
my
it
head.
tripwire?
From Tripwire, because that's his whole vest that he wears.
Oh yeah.
He just need a little purple rat with him.
Yeah. Is the cup protecting the jewels? Is that a reuse too, or is that a new is that a new part?
Yeah, I think his whole entourage is basically a Tripwire reuse.
Got it. So yes, I think you are correct. If I remember correctly, a Saw Viper was the one that killed a lot of Joes, including Doc. Yes, in the comics.
It's kind of gruesome when you think about it.
Yeah. What they could do in the comics. Yeah, I mean, if you got a chainsaw attached to your heavy machine gun, you can do a lot of damage. Like imagine, yeah, it's not just a bayonet; it's a bayonet plus plus plus.
Oh, absolutely! Like it's off the chain.
But yeah, this basically kind of looks like, yeah, it's a cross between a Saw Viper and a Tripwire. I mean, it looks good. But yeah, I think if I am gonna order this, I would order one, because
yeah,
it's tough on the wallet with these price points.
Oh god, I know. It adds up. And space. Space is a premium. I actually didn't back the Rattler because of the room it took. Had to make that conscious choice.
Yeah, I was rearranging a whole bunch of stuff today, and I was like, okay, well, because I still have the Ghost coming in too, which is like 3 feet wide, and I'm like, good lord.
what have I done?
Yeah. I'm like, all right,
you gotta think about how much space you're giving up to display that one big item.
Yeah.
That was why I was like, is it worth the trade-off?
Yeah, maybe I'll get some 50-pound fishing line and bring it up.
There you go. You have some heavy, nice big beams over there. You can hang it off of. So.
Yeah, there you go. What was your favorite reveal from the Joe stream today out of these limited 4 figures that they revealed today?
I think I really like Starduster, but we saw him before. So out of the newer ones, it would have been Leatherneck.
Leatherneck, nice.
Yeah, I totally dig his camo, his classic look, his sunglasses, his stachio. Like he looks like you took the little 3 3/4 inch O-ring figure and plussed them up to classified.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why. And his little 5 o'clock shadow and everything, they nailed it on him. I think he looks great.
Yeah, they did a really good job on that one.
And to my defense, they did announce Footloose also, so that's why I was getting them confused.
That's cool.
Donaldson looks great too. I mean, I ordered all 3 of these guys, and they look fantastic.
Yeah. They look really good. And I think that was pretty much it for the Joe panel. Again, I was expecting them to digital render reveal more figures, but we get what we get.
We just do too. I'm sure they're just going to hold them for another occasion, which is fine because we had a lot to cover today. So Rob, I did not order one. I don't know if the Baroness did. We can ask the Baroness.
Wrote in the chat, Baroness.
Baroness, put in the chat. Did you order the Rattler? I was like, step away from the vehicle. I literally had to stop myself.
That's funny.
If it had been 4 inches shorter, I would have bought it, because then I would have been able to put it in my Billy bookcase without it being all cranked out. So
it's so funny. I don't usually check my text messages while we're on the air, but my daughter texted me, Target run after ? Hell yeah.
There you go.
Here we go.
Speaking of Target, well, it's from Walmart. I jumped online 2 days ago and I found this guy, but I paid a little extra, but he came in 2 days.
Oh, nice.
It was like 10 extra bucks, but I don't care because I got my leather head.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, wait, leather neck or leather head? Wait, it's leather.
That's why it was like in the spirit of what we were talking about. He's related, but he just came. So, yeah, like I said, I paid a little extra for this guy, but it was like a third party seller on Walmart, and I was like, I don't care. I don't want to wait till November so they cancel my order.
Yeah, right.
I just bought them. Right. Yeah. So the Baroness says she did not order the Rattler either. Space danger. She has a lot less space than I do, so I don't blame her. You know, do you have the shot of Valkyrie stealing Starduster cereal? We do, but I don't think it's loaded up on the slideshow, and I will not dare to try and venture off of stream.
Yeah, please don't.
But it's hilarious. I love that they did that homage. And then at the end, did you notice he's like sitting on that little barrel or whatever? He has like he's eating cereal on like that last Dio shot, and he has the cereal box in one hand. And he has his hand like this, like he's eating, like he's
yeah.
Super cute.
Let's. Oh, is that in the, here? Let me see it here. I'll just throw this in here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's take a look at these.
Yeah, these were really fun.
Yeah.
Shots. Like covered my cereal.
Mine. Look how much he's like clutching his cereal box. It's great.
That's so funny. It's funny. Like as this figure was going up for pre-order a couple days ago, I was like, what's a vintage Starduster complete going for? They're going for like $400 to $500, and I was like, what the f? So I'm like, I'll just get this one for $35 and call it good.
Yeah, that'll like scratch the itch, right?
Oh, here it is.
Here she's running off with it.
Running off with the cereal.
I got your Fruit Loops. They're mine.
Oh my god! And then he just kicks the crap out of her.
He's like, come back. I just bought a fresh carton of milk. Damn it.
I love it.
God, now I'm gonna have some cereal after this. I just actually bought some Count Chocula, which I haven't had in ages. And it's in the vintage box, like style, so makes it more fun.
You can put it on your shelf now.
Yeah, I will.
Hal Jordan, you have a great rest of your night. OG original toy hole. So, oh my gosh, strep throat. Sorry, man. Hope you feel
sorry,
better.
Hal. You need some really good. Like I always have like matzo ball soup when I'm sick, so get some chicken soup or some chicken noodle or something like that, and hope you feel better, Hal.
That's funny. Yeah, a lot of cool picks.
Oh, did we get to see the one where he's like eating the cereal? That's the best shot. Go one more. He's like sitting on the barrel.
Let's see.
I think you missed it. Hold on, it's the last. It might be the last one. Second.
Oh, there it is. It was
see how he's like chomping down from the box? That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to pack a little pen with him, and they can do the crossword puzzle too.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like the funnest part. You gotta like look at the back of the box and do the game on it. Lucky Charms. Yes. Friday the 13th. It's better to eat Lucky Charms. I don't know if I have any in my pantry. I need better luck today.
Totally. All right, we're going to move on to just a few other things from the stream. We're not going to cover everything, but some of the cool stuff that I thought was neat that was revealed today. We got to see the World Between Worlds Anakin Skywalker, and this was one of my favorite episodes in the Ahsoka series, seeing Anakin, like a real life Anakin in the Clone Wars, like live action, because we've only seen the animated version of Anakin in the Clone Wars. So it was really, really neat. They did a lot of de-aging to Hayden Christensen, so it gave him like a really neat look. So I was excited to see this come to the vintage collection. That's really, really neat. Yeah, I think I've watched that episode where I think it's episode I think it might be 4 or 5, which is called The Shadow Warrior. I think I've watched it like 100 times.
Oh my God.
It's really, really good.
I guess you like it then.
I do, yeah. I mean, it's basically there's scenes where you have live action like Clone Wars with
oh wow,
AT-TEs, turbo tanks. I mean, it's really, really neat. So
that's cool.
that was one thing that I really liked. And then we also got a clone trooper from that episode as well. You can kind of see him in the background
awesome.
here. So another clone trooper to add to the collection. And then we got a couple other. This is where people were like, another Luke, because they revealed a Black Series Moisture Farm Luke and a vintage collection from Luke.
How's his face sculpt though? Is it still kind of off?
Yes, to me it looks off. They can't. I don't think they can get
Mark Hamill's face. It's like him,
everyone
and He-Man, like all the modern stuff. Like, why are those so hard?
Yeah, I have no idea. And then like even with Dedra Miro, who is the officer on the left, like they nailed her face sculpt. Like, why can't they get Mark Hamill's right?
I have no idea. They've had so many like tries at it. It's not like, oh, this is the first time they're sculpting his face. It's like every other figure is freaking Luke Skywalker in a different outfit. Like, why can't they get his face right?
Yeah. The only Luke Skywalker that I've seen done really, really well has been done by Mattel with the 2000X Prince Adam. That's the only like Luke-ish looking sculpt that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's done by a totally different toy company and a totally different line. Ryan wishes he can get into TVC. Allison needs this Luke on vintage style Kenner card. Allison, what did you think of the Black Series Princess Leia? Yay or nay? I want your honest opinion.
I have a Luke sitting right here. Let's take a look. I ordered, this one isn't bad actually, the X-Wing pilot Luke, because I don't have vintage collection stuff at all. But I bought this one because I wanted to order that new vintage collection X-Wing.
Oh my God, I did the same thing.
Did you? Oh, and because they were running out, they sold out on like BBTS. So I went on Amazon. I'm like, I need my R2 for the back, and I need Luke Skywalker to pilot it. But his face sculpt's actually pretty good, especially for a vintage collection.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that actually is
sale on Amazon.
That's
like $14 a piece or something like that. 12 or 14. Awesome. I don't know. You did the same thing.
I totally did the same thing. I got the vintage collection, pre-ordered the X-Wing, and then I was like, oh wait, I need a pilot.
You know what's funny though is I'm like, ooh, these came like Amazon Prime like the next morning. It was like a 4 a.m. ship. I'm like, I don't need it at 4 a.m., but they dropped it on my door anyway. I'm like, sweet, now I have my pilot and my droid, and then that's cool. Look, we're twinsies.
I know, right?
So now the damn ship's not coming out till May.
Oh my gosh, geez.
Store these away for 8 months or something.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Something I thought, I don't know, the people who backed the Cantina would probably like the Streets of Mos Eisley set that came out today. So
this is cool.
Yeah.
And it could be a good compromise if you didn't buy the Cantina because it was just too damn big and too expensive. At least you can get a street scene. And if you don't have vintage collection figures, this actually would be a really cool backdrop for just even vintage Kenner figures or retro collection figures.
Bingo.
This is pretty cool. What's the price point on this one?
I have no idea.
I didn't look at it until like right before the stream started, but
let's see.
I don't know. It might be something cool, and it doesn't take up that much room because it's like not very deep, so you can just literally put it on the back of your shelf and just put figures around it. Which is kind of why I like it.
Totally. Let's see what this price point is. This is $59.99.
A little pricey for some, backdrop.
Yeah. Right? I think I waited for the Mandalorian Cantina set to go like on super deep discount.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I mean, I could see this maybe 29, maybe 39 at the most, because I mean you're getting a little Jawa with it, with the cloth, cloak, but it's really pricey.
Yeah, the Jawa was neat. I love that they included that that eye that pops out of Jabba's palace in here too. And he's he's been in several other scenes in the new media and stuff. But I thought that was cool, and you can actually like move it around. So it's more of like a interactive dio. You can slide the door. Didn't come with any cups though. So, but I'm kind of disappointed with that.
So Louise brings up a really awesome point. We need cardboard playsets again. Now, I want to recommend that there is fan out there who is making fan-made playsets with cardboard backdrops and blow mold bases to them, and they're by paletoys.com. So PALEETOY. This is a gentleman named Lee. If you go to his website, he's got several different really cool retro-looking playsets, and they're in the style of the Paletoy vintage Death Star. So it's got that same kind of like really cool kind of 70s, 80s retro artwork on it. They are amazing, and I'll type in the website into the chat. But if you're into those, I love them. I have one. I did a review on it. It was like the Death Star escape, I guess. It's like half of it's like Obi-Wan when he's turning off the tractor beam, and then the other half there's a little
that's awesome
door, and it's like where Chewbacca comes in with his his handcuffs. Exactly, and they're like, where are you taking this prisoner? It's a really neat playset, and he just did the Emperor's Throne Room, which I'm very tempted to buy, but I believe it's Paletoys. I'm dropping it in the chat right now. .com. He does really awesome sets, and it comes out of London. They're all like homemade. He makes amazing like boxes with really beautiful vintage artwork on them, but they're in that stream of conscious. And yeah, the cantina was cool, but for what it was, how expensive it was, you didn't get a floor, you didn't get a roof,
no lights,
no nothing in it. You're paying for a lot of cups, and we won't make more cup jokes because I think they've been overdone, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Jedi Ben, I have the same sentiment. Yeah, this should have been revealed in tandem with the cantina, or at least just revealed or released along,
or maybe added to it or something like that as an unlock.
Yeah,
who knows? I wanted to go to the Tashi station to pick up some cower converters.
Into the whiny voice.
I had to go to the Tashi station. Yeah. Anyway, so here it is.
That's cool. Yeah, that was pretty much all of the Star Wars stuff I was into, or just wanted to highlight from PulseCon, the Teutonic Sisters one.
Teutonic Sisters one cup. Sorry, I had to. Can you do like that whole like Christmas song where you're like counting down, and a partridge in a pear tree? Oh my god!
All right, just a couple more things. Rob 2023's face is gonna light up. I'm not super into the Legacy. I know, right? Not super into the Legacy United Transformers unless they start looking like their G1 counterparts. So I like this version of Ramjet. I'm not going to get it, but I can appreciate the fact that they are kind of going back to their roots with G1, with the Legacy United collection. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, and then the last one is Bumblebee, and this kind of pays homage to one of his animated looks that he had. He's probably that's more of a Cybertronian look in his alternate form than his robot form, but
he looks kind of looks like a Jetsons like inverted, bubble car.
Oh yeah.
Rob is smiling.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm like I knew this would get a smile on his face. And yes, I think he is the first one to ever have us talk about Transformers on Toy Habits. So it's a feather in your cap, Rob.
Absolutely. And that's not the only first, because the next topic we have after Transformers is a first for us as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Carnage 717. Yeah, this was in the premiere episode of the cartoon. So yeah, when they were all on Cybertron. So that's a cool nod to a classic cartoon. But yes, that is a good segue into boom.
Marvel Secret Wars, and I think I screwed up that slide there. So there's this really cool new line of Marvel Legends figures, which are an homage to the vintage Marvel Secret Wars line that was from back in the 80s. They were from the early 80s. There were 5 points of articulation Marvel superheroes with classic characters like Spider-Man and Doctor Doom and Wolverine and Iron Man and Captain America. And they were well known for coming with these shields that had a lenticular sticker on them with a different design. So here they are recreating Marvel Secret Wars in legend scale with these really cool new figures. They come with those lenticular shields, each one with a different design. And, there's three of the figures I'm like a little questioning on, kind of more deep cut, not as well known. At least there's like the black suit Spider-Man. I would have done a regular Spider-Man in here, and then the other two characters a little bit less known, but it's really cool that they did these, right? Yeah. So we got Captain America, we got Wolverine, we got Black Suit Spider-Man, we got Iron Man. Then there's Marvel's, I can't read the name again.
Oh, Beyonder.
Marvel's Beyonder, and then Titania, I believe it was.
Yes, Titania.
Yeah, Titania. So we can just flip through each of these. And so they're really cool. This is the first time we're covering anything Marvel because actually the Baroness of Toys was the one who pointed out that these were up on Hasbro Pulse. It was after I already bought my G.I. Joe figures. It was around, 1:20 in the afternoon because I have the premium membership. So I go back in there to try and buy a couple of these. And lo and behold, some of them are starting to sell out. But when I get to the checkout, the system was having a total meltdown and a whole bunch of people were having trouble checking out. But thank God they went up on Entertainment Earth and BBTS. So we actually will have all of those links. I put up an article just before we went live on this. Wolverine looks amazing. Thank you, Baroness, for the heads up. Hopefully they'll have a classic Spidey wave too. So here you get Captain America in a very classic look. He's got the shield that like kind of falls apart in pieces, and of course he comes with his classic lenticular sticker and then two different head sculpts. Like you were even digging these, right, Michael?
Yeah, I love the nods to the vintage designs. Like if it's any toy line that does this, I think it's fantastic because a lot of people have a connection to these figures if they've collected them when they were kids, and so I think it's awesome that they're doing it.
I think it's great. And the funny thing is that when we were at SDCC, I noticed. Funny enough, at the Mattel booth, they had, because it's Hot Wheels, they had some Secret Wars Hot Wheels in a display case, and they had the homage of the original Secret Wars packaging on them. But next to them, because it was San Diego Comic-Con, there was a few carded vintage Secret Wars action figures. And I'm like, those look so good. Obviously, they were just for display. They took them out of some archive or whatever. They don't belong to Mattel anyway. But I was like, why isn't Marvel remaking these? And then lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, very cool. So we got Cap, we got Iron Man.
Iron Man looks amazing. So the Baroness is much more up to speed with Marvel than I am. So she says these are all characters from the Secret Wars comic series, currently reprinting the comic full series each month. So I do know I've seen them at the comic book shops that they've been releasing like Secret Wars, like all these different issues. So this is a wonderful time for that. This version of Iron Man looks so like classic, totally 1980s. Like if you pick up any figure, like this would be like the one from the wave.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I love that, they can still do like, you can still hold blast effects in his hands and just a lot of playability and displayability with these figures. And yeah, this would definitely be the one to pick up.
Yeah. And then, these you can see even getting an extra one to like keep on card. So I might have to keep, I think I ordered this from a couple different places, hoping they would, depending on when they're going to be released. But maybe if I run into having two at once, I'll keep an extra Iron Man.
I love this dude's bacon McShig. I love it. The skate. The skate. I know. I was like, are those roller skates? I'm like, are those roller skates? Yeah, those
he has roller skates. He has actual roller skates. It's hilarious. But I just love like the super bright pops of color. That's like really, really retro looking. He looks amazing. Yeah, but that's awesome.
All right, next up is Wolverine with a couple different portraits, which look cool. So one unmasked and one masked.
Yep, and then you get two sets of hands. So one with his claws in, the other with his claws, ready to slice and dice. And then, of course, you get his lenticular shield as well in his classic brown and yellow outfit. So this one's really awesome. And it reminds me of my first Toy Biz Wolverine figure because I had back in the day, like the brown and yellow version of Wolverine. So this is really cool. And,
cool.
Yeah. Those vintage Secret War figures are hard to find in good condition. Their articulation is very simplistic and stuff, but having these like kind of scratches the itch of, that having that vintage line. So
yeah,
I think
you need that itch scratch because it's an expensive itch to scratch.
It is because they get really pricey, right? Especially those.
Yeah, I love the smirk on his face in the masked head sculpt.
Yeah, that one looks great.
Gives him like that little like extra like I don't know. It's you can kind of imagine what he's thinking.
I know, and it's like so classic, like Wolverine. Frankie Rivera says he went crazy and got 2 of each Secret Wars because that's his jam. But I mean, I can totally see people doing that because these look so good on card. I might just keep that Captain America carded because I have several Captain America figures like loose already. But like, yeah, these look great just as a display piece. So I don't blame you, Frankie.
Totally. Also, the black suited Spider-Man. So you would have seen a regular looking Spidey would have been nice to kind of have as the kickoff. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because it's much more classic. And if you tried to buy some of these kids, Captain America sold out. Wolverine sold out when I was trying to check out, but then now he's up on Pulse again. But if any of these sold out, we have links in our article. It's up on the site right now. You can get them at Entertainment Earth, or you can get them at BBTS. And one thing I wanted to mention with Entertainment Earth, they actually went now to a either free shipping over $100 or $7.95 flat rate shipping. Yes, and sometimes EE gets their stuff first. Sometimes I kick myself for like not ordering for them. And then if you get something in stock, use our Toy Habits code and you get 10% off. So now they're competing though with their shipping costs. So I think it's really good because they've been doing pretty well at getting stuff out, in a timely manner. Randall Gizik says Iron Man shouldn't be Stark; it should be Jim Rhodes. Yeah, because that's, I guess, his classic version of him. But these look great. I mean, the whole the logo on there, their lenticular shield. I love it, and this is celebrating the 40th anniversary of Secret Wars because we're all getting old.
Oh geez, yeah. Tell me about it.
Everything's like 40th anniversary, 45th anniversary. I'm like, oh my god.
Yep. Exactly. And then the next 2 I'm not familiar with at all. So
me neither. Hence why I was struggling because I can't see without my glasses. But I think it's Titania is the name of this figure. I had not heard of her until before this. I was putting this together, but I mean, she looks really cool. And if you're into Marvel Legends and these more deep cut characters, it's great. I would have loved to have seen like some classic characters. Like Doctor Doom is totally a classic Secret Wars action figure, and why he wasn't in that first wave, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get him in a second wave. But if you think of like classic Secret Wars, he's like one of the top ones.
Yeah. Totally.
And then a dude in a white suit.
Right. I was like, is this like Marvel Legends Elvis?
No. Elvis, yeah. Exactly. Beyonder, I guess is his name. It does it look like he like, is that supposed to be like a self-portrait? Does he have some kind of secret power where he kind of turns semi-invisible or something? I don't know. I don't know the legend of this one. Someone can fill me in. And then he's got some kind of conjury red lava ball or something that he comes with.
Red blob.
And my apologies of my ignorance that I don't know anything about these 2 characters, but they're both cool. Secret Wars was a Mattel line, so that tells you right there why Mattel had the vintage action figures carded in their booth, because it was in their archive, I guess.
There you go. They
have a secret archive, by the way, which we were pointed to the building when we went to go visit Mattel, right? On our excursions right before San Diego Comic-Con. I'm like, do you imagine what's inside that warehouse? We're like salivating.
I know, right?
Big hello to Andrew Davis, awesome crew member. Good to see you in the chat.
Hey, you guys. Isn't that what Chunk says?
Yeah. Cute call. Captain EO. It's Captain EO of the Marvel Universe. That's what his outfit looks like. You're right. Captain EO.
Totally does. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that you threw these in here because yeah, this whole line like looks really, really good. And it's again like stuff that you can see on the shelf when you go to Target. So it's like it's kind of going back to the 80s where you're seeing like all of these cool figures that you can't really find anymore.
So both Mint with Card and the Baroness of Toys are saying that they released Doctor Doom in a 2-pack, but they can make him brighter or more retro looking with Captain Marvel. I gotta look that one up. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so our inaugural Marvel Legends post is on the website right now. And another reason why we're a little bit late was I was trying to finish it up. And I was in the middle of adding some links to there. And we're still searching for the Amazon links. So if you click on those, they're going to be blank because I didn't get to quite finish it right before we went on the air. But if you're interested in these, there is a where to buy section on the bottom. And so all the links work except for Amazon, which we will edit after we get off the air.
So cool. That's awesome. Anything else PulseCon related before we move on? And I don't want to touch upon the loyal subjects thing too much because I actually want to dedicate more of a deeper dive into like M.A.S.K and Gem, but I think it's worth mentioning.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I don't think I have anything else. Just it's I love that the companies are listening to the fans and creating these homage retro lines because I think they're probably some of the most successful and they get people very excited and they'll sell more figures because as we had our friend here buying Frankie Ferrera bought 2 of each. When you make amazing packaging, people will buy multiples because they'll want to keep it on card. So brilliant move, and all the more reason why they moved away again. Well, many reasons from the windowless packaging, besides the figure swapping and all the other.
Yeah. Well, Hasbro PulseCon is come and gone. Some other news from the week, which was I think pretty major for M.A.S.K fans because I think we've been waiting for this for because it's going to be the 40th of this one too, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, but that is awesome. I know you're a huge M.A.S.K fan, so
yes. Yeah, I'm so excited because like if you look at this catalog, this is basically the iconic like first wave of M.A.S.K figures that you would find in the stores. And I remember back when do people remember back when CVS was actually Long's drugstores?
Yes.
They sold M.A.S.K in Long's drugs. And so there was a Long's in my town that I grew up in. And so we would go there a lot just to pick up random stuff. So I'd visit all of these things. And one of the things that I loved about this line, and you really don't get to see very much. I have props today. So it's the sounds that these toys make when you actually play with them. So if you can, if you hear, take a listen, going to be silent for 1 sec. You hear that ka-chunk?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the you manipulate things with your hands. There's actually running guns that can move with the wheels and stuff like that. And I absolutely loved this line. And also just like the loyal subject is going to bring it back to like the packaging of these things and just kind of bring it back to the 80s, and super excited. John asks how tall these are. These are what, like, I don't know, the figures are really tiny.
4 inches, I think.
No, these guys are like 2 inches. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking they're smaller. They're like 2 to 2.5 inches, something like that.
Yeah,
they're pretty small.
I love this. It sounds like a squash chipmunk. All right.
I think I had one of those little figures like years ago, and I didn't know what it was from, and I was like, "Oh, this cute little guy." I guess it must have been from M.A.S.K. That answers that question.
Yeah. So it's like I I finally finished just collecting this entire line this year. So I'm super excited about, like, I have the stuff behind me, and then I have like waves that were released later on in the waves in a box. But yes, said Little Subject said that the new line will be in scale with the vintage line. So that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, we need basically a direct translation, and somebody had to pick this up. So I'm excited. Like, my favorite vehicle and figure combination was that it's a red motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
And it's called the Vampire, and it's because my grandfather had bought that for me when I went back east to visit him. So that's my
awesome.
No, he'll probably still keep making Machina. Nothing will stop Ramen Toy from making stuff. So I doubt that he will stop. But yeah, I want to kind of delve more into the line and the cartoon in a further episode, in a future episode. But we also got news that they're also taking over the Gem license too, which is awesome. So
that's really cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of they got so many licenses: Gem, M.A.S.K, My Buddy, Kid Sister, My Pet Monster, then another one that I wasn't really familiar with. But
I have to get a brand new My Pet Monster with his little, cuffs, his handcuffs and everything, and he's like brand new and fluffy and not all like scruffled up, because those are really hard to find in good condition. Gem, that's a really fun line too. I might pick up a couple of those. I have been collecting Rainbow Bright and the Strawberry Shortcake dolls, which are a really great quality. They look amazing. They have really good articulation, and their costumes, their outfits are made very well. So Gem's going to be actually a really fun one, and these look great, like to keep on card, because of they're really like bright, kind of late 80s, packaging. So it totally takes me back.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I love this cartoon. And then my friend, who happened to be a girl, lived like 4 or 5 houses down up the street from me.
Yeah.
And so I would bring, she would come over to my house. I'd play we'd play G.I. Joe and boys' toys. I would go over to her house. We'd play the quote unquote girls' toys. Yeah. And so, like, I would even buy, like, I can't wait to see what these come. I would even buy this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Why not? It's funny because Barbie and the Rockers, that was like the one Barbie version that I had, because she was in her little pink rocker outfit, and I think I probably wanted Gem instead, because for some reason that one was cool, and like Barbie's and the Rockers was kind of like a reaction to it, even though Barbie's like a real doll line. I'm like, but it's not Gem. I wanted Gem because it was from the cartoon, so I'm definitely going to be picking this up. Am I getting the SCC Chi-Chi blind packs? I actually have the set of them from San Diego Comic-Con, the whole little box set with all the different colors. I just haven't put them out on display yet. They're in here somewhere. And there's the little furry white one that's a big plushie coming out as well.
Yeah.
Popples and My Buddy was the other license. I had Popples. I had those. My friends would actually buy those for me for birthday gifts. I remember I had them in a couple different colors. Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff. Gem transformed. Yes, that's right.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's a lot of cool licenses, and looking forward to 2025 with the loyal subjects. So really interested to see what they're going to do with both of these lines, both M.A.S.K and Gem. Can't wait.
Allison says that Mattel's going to bring back Barbie and the Rockers to try and take Gem's. That would be awesome.
They might, right?
Yeah,
might.
Yes. They're going to choose those little furry friends of Rainbow Bright. Oh, Frankie's got a really nice My Pet Monster from your childhood. Those are worth a lot of money now, Frankie. So hold on to him.
Yeah, we'll have to see that if you join a hot tub. We want to see that.
Yeah, bring him out because I want to see it. I have the little reaction figure of him, which is cute.
Yeah, I can't wait to see these.
These are gonna
I don't know if they're going to be in store or not, or where they're going to be released, but yeah, I want to see the packaging again. I want to see how they're done. Like if they're an exact like translation of it, that's fine with me because they're going to be perfect right out of the box. Like they're not going to have no scratches on them, and like their action features will work. And I'm excited.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
I brought out my M.A.S.K shirt for it too.
There you go. I don't even know much about M.A.S.K, but I think that the Thunderhawk, which is because it's like an IROC, is a cool one. So I'll probably
pick
that one up.
Yes, I had a friend that had an IROC.
My brother had a red IROC just like that.
Oh,
my older brother, who's 4 or 5 years older, and I would always beg him to drop me off at school because he was in high school and I was like junior high kid. So we're like, oh, give us a ride to class because we'd be like cool coming out of this awesome red IROC. Yeah. So I sometimes I had to pay him to drop me off. Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, it's definitely like 85 again. And it's definitely very cool.
Definitely very. That's awesome.
I love it.
That is so cool.
Very cool. A lot of good stuff coming down. A lot of good stuff from PulseCon. Although the stream was super boring, like the reveals were cool. Like for some of the properties. Yeah,
for some of the properties. So just amazing time that we're living in, that we're getting all of this cool stuff, and it's forcing us to have these giant toy rooms or buy new homes to house all our toys or build new spaces in your garage and whatnot. Because it's a great time to be a toy collector because, you know, they're just releasing so much amazing stuff. This is wonderful.
Yes, all M.A.S.K episodes are in YouTube. Reading people's comments on the episodes is awesome. Yeah, actually, I bought the DVD set, and that the cartoon actually holds up. There's some that don't, but the cartoon is actually really fun to watch.
That's awesome. It's really awesome.
Very cool.
All right. Anything else? I think we're good.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you all for being patient with my technical difficulties. Of course, now the computer's behaving perfectly fine.
Calm down. So maybe you won't have to make a trip to Best Buy. Maybe we'll leave it chilling before the stream. And
yeah, I know. And I always do my best to like shut down all the like background programs before I go on. And yeah, it just, again, it's Friday the 13th. So
that's true. Yeah. If it had to happen, it would be this day.
Yeah, it just had to have its major meltdown today is all.
That's funny. I think people call their toddlers major meltdown.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, I'm going to have fun opening up this guy.
Oh my gosh. That's going to be cool.
It looks so good. Like, I can't wait to tear him open.
I know.
He was worth the extra 10 or 12 bucks, I don't know, whatever I paid for.
All good.
All right, everybody. Well, we will see you next week for another episode of Toy Habits Live. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned to our website because you never know what's going to pop up on there. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.
All right. Have a good weekend, y'all. Bye.
Bye.